insecure person inside me can't help but be a little bit nervous and hope that people like what we put together. We put a lot into it, and it's very personal to us, even though it's Maurelhena's story, an equity design story. It's something we put a lot of ourselves into as well. So we're here to screen our episode featuring Maurelhena and equity design. Host not just the screening, but a little panel discussion, fireside chat. I'm excited to partner with On to showcase a community event at their headquarters here in New York City. I love this city, don't you?
See how the little flower set up right there?
How you feeling, by the way?
Is it on? Oh. Wait, come here, can I just do this?
Hey, what's up? Going good? Nice and shy. Come on, guys.
So happy to see each and every single one of you, your smiles, your presence, your genuine spirit. We feel it across the way.
The goal at the end of the day is for us, all that we care about is whether or not we've done a good job accurately representing the genuine story of the work that is done. Led you to create equity design.
Well, like non-leave, now like put it like that. Bye, I gotta go. Thank you.
Every day we go out there and every day you go out there and sometimes you question do people care, especially about our communities. And I'm so thankful to have a faith and Talik and Anika, Elizabeth, who regardless how crazy some of the ideas seem, that they're like whatever you need, and they show up. And because they show up and it's their strength that gives me the strength to show up for our communities. And sometimes it's hard because you feel like, damn, they forgot about the Bronx. They forgot about 32, 18, 59, all of the communities that we served. We didn't. And so it's tough. What you don't see is, getting to PS18 and to each of these schools bright and early, and, with Street Lab and Bronx Health Reach and having to clean the streets so that there's a safe space to play. And that's real. It's not something you see on TV, or it's a show, that 7-part series. Like this is our life. And so it's weird being here watching it and like, yo, we do some really good work.
I just want to give you your flowers, Maury. This film was really, really profound. I got the privilege of volunteering with you guys a couple times. These kids are really special. I didn't think I was gonna be this emotional, but I know how much detail goes into this, right? And I just thought it was so important, and she felt me get emotional because at one point during the film, there was a little girl describing how she'd never ridden a bike before, and she felt like she was floating on water. And that's just so special that you captured that. Like I said, thanks to Patrick and Derica, Major Taylor, this is what it's about. So like teaching little girls to ride bikes who, their moms like were never allowed to ride bikes. Like it was just incredibly profound. So thank you all for capturing this. I'm so proud of you. And I hope that every school, including your son's school, starts knocking down your door and that you need 100 staff to do what you're doing.
Lasting legacy that's so special to watch, and you've made that possible for us. And the one thing Maurelhena always says to me lately, especially, it's about sustainability.
When you look at the why, for me, as a coach, a lot of times you learn to live in the smaller moments.
The little things is making sure I'm doing right by the community and really thinking about it's not what any of us needs, it's not what the funder needs, it's about really what does the community need. And as Principal Lou said, to be able to sustain. What's important for me is the behind the scenes, making sure I'm building trust and that we're always keeping in mind the bigger picture, their bigger picture, not our bigger picture.
They really do support us in figuring out how to do it ourselves. So how does this stay? It stays because you come and you set us up for success.
Hi, my name is Dekendra. I'm a program manager with Street Lab. You all do so much for the community, and thank you for showing me, as a Black woman, Maurelhena, like just how passion and purpose and like your own quirky style fits in a space. You don't have to do things conventionally in order to be heard and to be seen, and it's often better when you bring yourself into a space.
I'm Derica. I'm the president for Major Taylor Iron Writers. It's based here in New York City. Maury, you continue to be more and more amazing with the things I learned from you. And for anyone knows to come from the Black and brown communities, we know that we don't see it, but to have somebody like Maury come into our schools and drop the seed, drop the idea, and then meet those people where they are to make a success is a humongous impact.
Maury and I talk every day, and we start the day cheerleading for each other. And I noticed that she's had similar impact on everyone here as she has on me, which is you open the door to one yes, and you're saying yes to everything.
When we talk about who needs to see this, the community needs to see this, but also the mayor needs to see this.
Yeah, I was going to say the parents of our students have to see that, because for them to really see the impact that Open Streets has, that the outdoor learning has, that there's all these spaces besides what's inside the building.
Thank you again, everyone. There's a connection with all of you, and I think the biggest one is that you believe in the work that we're doing for our communities. And so even though I'm the one that starts off with the hey, you respond. And the work that we do, it's scary. And doing hard things is scary. And it's even scarier in our communities because, as Constance said, the first thing you think about was it's not going to work. Or as Officer Sanchez and the 40th Precinct said, why do you want to do it here? Well, that's all the more reason that we need to do it here. And so it's really a thank you to each and every single one of you, to Bronx Health Reach, who said, hey, Equity Design, we're going to give you 5 years. To be able to believe in us because we were a startup for telling Equity Design story, for telling our story, PS32 story, Faith story, to lead everyone here. So it's not just my story, it's our story. Thank you, Mark.
I'm really grateful that you appreciate it, because I'm not on the street. I'm not doing the work that these guys are doing. But this is the way that we can contribute. And this is our activism. And we hope that some positive storytelling can contribute to the really important, hard-hitting work that you guys and you all carry out on a day-to-day basis. So just thank you for sharing this space with us tonight and allowing us to play a small role in supporting this conversation and driving your work forward.